Before talking about the game, let's take a look at what's probably going to be considered the most controversial hit of the World Junior Championships. So Canadian forward Zach Dean heads into the corner with Ales Czech into the Czech zone. He follows through hard and makes head contact, and Czech goes down on the ice. Now at the NHL level, this is considered a clean hit, but remember that the IIHF views these situations differently. He was assessed a match penalty for a hit to the head, and in the rules, it shows that the IIHF doesn't require a principal point of contact. It even says so in the first line. There is no such thing as a clean check to the head. So by IIHF rules, this was the correct call. The argument can be made about the merit of this rule and whether it should be allowed, but this is the way that the game is trending. The IIHF is pushing for a safer game. I'm asking, do you agree with this method? Anyways, let's dive into more of this Canadian opening game of the World Juniors, the surprising defeat at the hands of Czechia, and observe the Connor Bedard show.
Time to line, Ellis knocks it down. They battle on the wall for it. Ellis in there as well. Tavares backhand. Can you believe it?
In the first period, it was Canada that gained the early momentum. Now, Czechia was denied a goal on goaltender interference early, and it clearly was. Gaudreau's blocker was interfered with, and the rebound came out, and he couldn't reset, so, that was an easy call. Adam Fantilli attempted the first Michigan of two in the period, but Czechia defender David Spacek blocked the supposed shooting lane to stop Fantilli from corralling it over. Good play there by the Czechia defender. Canada then heads to the power play where they're cycling the puck fast, and Shane Wright deflects a shot from Anaheim Ducks prospect Owen Zellweger. Perfect play by everyone involved. The defender identified the shooting lane, and Wright gained inside positioning to deflect it in. It must have felt really good for Wright. Being the captain, everything he's gone through to get that first goal for Canada at the tournament. Shortly after, Connor Bedard himself attempts the Michigan, and he comes closer than Fantilli did, but he can't beat Czechia goaltender Tomas Suchanek, who stopped 36 shots in this game. Czechia responded by sustaining some offensive zone pressure, and it resulted in a crisp pass to defenseman David Spacek, Minnesota Wild prospect, who hits the open net with 2:03 remaining. It was Columbus Blue Jackets prospect Stanislav Svozil who made the perfect cross-ice pass. Now, back the other way, it's Brandt Clark had a goal taken back that was clearly affecting momentum for the team as it was called offside. Looking back, there's really no debate about it. It's offside. It didn't take long for another Czechia defender named David to score. That was a common theme in this one, as David Moravec shoots it from the point, and the puck had eyes to get to the back of the net. He's currently playing for the Halifax Mooseheads this season. And flashing forward to the second period, Svozil gets on the board himself, assisted by Spacek, as they take a 3-1 lead. However, Bedard was trying to will the team back. As he takes the puck into the neutral zone, he creates the controlled zone entry himself and was able to get the shot he wanted. The Czechia defender even got a piece of it, but it still ended up going top shelf. It would not be enough as Canada started to get into penalty trouble, and Czechia capitalized. David Jiricek, the Blue Jackets' 2022 6th overall pick, skated coast to coast, slipping through a Canadian penalty killer in the process to get the puck to Yaroslav Chimer, who scores the goal. Matus Menshik would add another to make it 5-2, and that's where the game would end off. So some side notes, Canada has changed their goal song this year to Heave Away by the Fables for their goal song for this tournament. I will say that is a fantastic choice, and hopefully we get to hear more of it. Shane Wright was named player of the game for Canada with a goal and an assist. He shouldn't be talked bad about for his performance in this one. I thought he came prepared, and it was mainly the other lines around him that underperformed. The lines were juggled throughout. Adam Fantilli only saw 2:36 minutes in the third period, so I imagine he's getting demoted from the second line in their next game against Germany. For Czechia, Suchanek was the obvious candidate, and it's cool to see them accomplish this feat. It was the first time the country has defeated Canada since 2013, was the first time ever in regulation in tournament history, and they look like they can really contend for a medal this year, so respect to them. I'll be back for Canada's next game, which is against Germany, on Tuesday night as the red and white continue on the road to gold. It's time to play better.